Is she a Bratz doll? Are we 10 years old? I'm confused. Alright, so today it is day 4 of 15 days of foundation. This is where I try out a new foundation every single day for 15 days. Days 1 through 3 are linked down below in the season 5 playlist, so you can go back and watch those if you missed any. Link to t-shirts are down below. 100% of the proceeds go to Project Beauty Share. We're shooting to raise $20,000. Let's do this. So today we're talking about a drugstore cushion foundation by Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Cushion Foundation. Not a very clever name. So I got this off of Ulta. It retails for $8.99 and you get 0.52 ounces of product in here. I do have a handful of other cushion foundation reviews on my channel, so you can just search cushion foundation, the Tayla, on YouTube and any will come up. But just to give you a comparison with size here, in the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation, you get 0.51 ounces of product. These ones are in grams, not helpful. Let's do some converting here. These are about 15 grams too, so 0.52 ounces. So you do get the standard kind of amount in this cushion foundation that you do compared to others. So cushion foundations are a Korean product. In the last few years, a lot of American brands have been coming out with them. The Maybelline Dream Cushion, we have the L'Oreal Lumi. All it says is, infused with coconut derivative, this luminous, lightweight, and buildable formula helps boost hydration and contains SPF 15 for added skin protection. So it doesn't actually say what kind of coverage it's supposed to be, it just says it's buildable. Just notice on the back it also says it's vegan. So it says vegan and cruelty free. So in both of these cushion foundations, it only comes in 8 shades. The big difference here is that the Wet n Wild cushion foundation has about 8 shades of light to medium. Whenever brands have a shade range like this where it starts at a number like 106 and it kind of jumps every few shades with different numbering, that makes me think that they're going to be launching more shades, hopefully. So I'm going to start swatches right here so you can see what the lightest shade of the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation looks like compared to the Dream Cushion, some other cushion foundations, and just a couple others I'll throw in there. Gotta have that Dermacol. So these first 3 right here are cushion foundations, which are a little bit tricky to swatch, but hopefully they're showing up for you guys. So right here is the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation in the lightest shade 106A. Next over is Misha Magic M in the lightest shade 21, and then the Maybelline Dream Cushion in the lightest shade 10. So the Wet n Wild one is the lightest out of these 3 cushions. Next over is Cover FX Power Play in P20. This is either coming or it's already up. Filming swatches for another day right now. Here's the CYO Life Proof in 101, NARS Radiant Foundation in Mont Blanc, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 110, and Dermacol 208. So if you're enjoying 15 days of foundation while you're watching, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I'm uploading every single day, the 15th to the 29th, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so it's 10:26 in the morning right now. It feels like it should be like 3 o'clock. I've already worked out and done 50,000 things. So excited to try this. I just painted my nails, so hopefully I can get this box open. Here's what the packaging looks like. I'm not a huge fan of it. I feel like it almost looks like kids makeup or something. Most cushion foundations, you get this compact that should snap shut really well so the air doesn't get in there. Okay, well, you just have to really push that one. Then it opens up, just pop this thing open and peel off the seal right there. So I have a couple cushion foundations that I absolutely love. The Misha Magic M cushion foundation is probably my favorite. I'll link that one down below. You can get it for like 13 bucks on YesStyle when it goes on sale. So it is pretty affordable if you get it on sale. But with most cushion foundations, I do typically like to use the applicator that they come with because you just kind of do this like press and roll motion with cushion foundations and it tends to give the best coverage. Doesn't look as good with a brush, doesn't look as good with a sponge typically, but just for the sake of the review, I am going to try half my face with a brush. So it says this has coconut derivative. Kind of just smells like sunscreen. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna press into here. Looks like a decent amount of product came out. Okay, it looks a lot lighter than it does in the cushion. Look at how dark the cushion looks compared to the actual product. It's looking even lighter on camera, but in real life it looks pretty dark. But the shade looks pretty nice. So I'm gonna do some pressing and rolling. And it's going very far, that amount of product. I do feel like I'm having to work this in a little bit more than usual with cushion foundations because when you first put this on, you get kind of those lines with this applicator. So it's just taking a few seconds longer than usual. Cushion foundations are usually really, really quick. This isn't like long or anything. It just is taking a few more seconds. I'm gonna go down the neck to see if I can cover my scarring down here. Yeah, it definitely goes pretty far. Like I'm gonna have to kind of drag this over. Ooh, that looks good on the center of my forehead. It looks very smooth. Okay, I'm gonna kind of bring this over because I do have too much product. That shade actually matches me very well. Like the undertone and everything looks really nice looking at my neck. That's a very, very close shade match for me. If that doesn't oxidize. It looks very luminous, but not too oily or anything. It's sitting on my skin really nice. It looks pretty good. I am getting, again, that crease mark right here. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe that's just my skin right now. That happened with yesterday's foundation a little bit. Coverage with this applicator, I would say, is low, medium coverage. I can still see a lot of my skin coming through. I can see scarring, freckles, everything. It basically just canceled out the redness, which I've actually been looking for something like this just to go run errands with or to whatever. I know cushion foundations aren't meant to be used with a brush, just for the sake of trying it. Why not? So I'm just dipping my brush directly in here. It actually smells pretty scented when it's on your face. So the brush side was a bit quicker. I would say about 30 seconds quicker, but I definitely prefer the way that the cushion side looks. It looks like light coverage with the brush. I think I got a tiny bit better coverage on this side, but as far as the finish and everything, it looks really pretty. It just looks like skin. I'm gonna go in and see if I can build this up. It is supposed to be buildable, so I think I just got too much, but we'll just spread it to the other side. I just wanna see how much coverage I can get. Ooh, that looks good. Spread this over here. I don't want to bring it right around my nose because I do get creasing there. So I'm just keeping this right on the areas where I want that extra coverage. I'm almost liking the way it applies better just patting it rather than doing the roll. Ooh, that looks pretty. Okay, now we're at about high medium coverage. Covering a lot more of my scarring and everything. So right now, this is looking freaking stunning. Hell yeah. Looking real up close, the only thing I notice is, again, these two marks, which might just be my skin right now, because again, that happened yesterday. But look at my forehead. It looks so smooth. It's not settling into my lines up here. It just looks very healthy and glowy. Since it is so glowy, my pores are emphasized a little bit around my nose, so I'd probably use my Revlon Pore Filling Primer next time I use this, just in this area right here to kind of fill that in a little bit before I put on the foundation. With those two layers on too, it doesn't feel heavy or anything. Feels just like I have a tinted moisturizer on or something. It is definitely tacky, sticky though, so I would need to set this part of my face. That's usually what I do with a product like this. I don't like setting my forehead because on my dry skin it just does not look good and it lasts pretty well throughout the day without setting it. So far, I'm really excited about this one. The shade, everything, the finish is just exactly what I've been going for lately. So right now it's 10:44. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, the rest of my makeup's on. It's now pretty much 11:40. I was having major technical difficulties with this eyelash, but I think it's mostly on now. We're gonna call the check-in time 11 o'clock since that's when I finished up with my face makeup. So I did end up setting, where did I just put that part? I set, just like I said, this part of my face just with the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten. I think it looks beautiful. I'm especially loving the way my forehead looks. I wanna emphasize that this is very glowy. If you have dry skin, you'll probably love this. If you have oily skin, you'll probably definitely want to set this one. That's how it is with most cushion foundations. If you have oily skin, you want them to last, you'll probably have to set it. When I touch my forehead, it is still sticky, so this doesn't feel like one that sets down. If that bothers you, either set your whole face with powder or don't get this one. That doesn't personally bother me. All right, we're gonna do a flash test. Where the heck is the button? Come on. So there is a little bit of flashback, probably because of the SPF in there. I almost wish they didn't put the SPF in there because SPF 15 is such a low amount that you would probably still have to use your moisturizer underneath with SPF in it anyways. So if that's the case, then I would just rather have the foundation not have SPF if it's that low almost. As you can see out here, I think the shade is almost a perfect match. Love the shade. I love the amount of dewiness and luminosity, but that's just me. I'm loving the way it looks right now. No other complaints. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, but so far, so good. So on the rest of my face for bronzer, I tried out the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Tawny Bronzer. I ordered this and it looked a lot lighter online and in the swatches I saw. This one I think I'm gonna be returning. This is the second time I've used this and I feel like it's just a little bit too dark and warm for my skin tone, so I think I'm gonna be returning this. But the highlight I used, this is the Anastasia Emrazy highlight, and I mean, look at this thing. This is such a beautiful highlight. I've kind of posted a mini review on Snapchat a couple weeks ago. I've used this about 5 times now, I want to say, and every time I've used it, it kind of grows on me. I've seen deeper skin tones wearing this, and I also feel like this definitely works for fair skin, so that's awesome. Blush, I used the CoverGirl True Blend Blush in Medium Rose. Eyeshadows, I tried the BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection. This is the first time I used the gold palette, but they also had one that had like a rose gold cover that I gave to my cousin. But so far my conclusion out of both of these palettes are that the mattes are okay. They're not my favorite mattes ever, but they are soft, they totally work, and you can get a nice blended look. Would I recommend that you buy it? Probably not. Not my favorite palette the BH Cosmetics has made, and the shimmer shades are very scratchy. Shimmer shades are not good in these ones. I had an eyeliner struggle today because I tried out this new eyeliner by Smashbox. It just says Always On Liquid Eyeliner. This one was fine. Not my favorite eyeliner. I think it worked, but I probably wouldn't reach for this one again over some of my other eyeliners. And then this mascara I did not like at all. This is the Super Fanned Out Mascara by Smashbox. If you want a super natural mascara to the point where you can't really tell you have mascara on at all, then go for this. But if you want a mascara that's really gonna do something, this did a whole lot of nothing. Then I went in with these Eylure Accent Lashes, number 005. And I love these. Normally I feel like my eyes burn and I can't really keep lashes on an entire day. If you've seen any of my wear test videos, I usually peel them off after like an hour. But these ones, I mean, we'll see. But I think I'm going to be able to keep these on all day because they're not all the way to my inner corner. They don't feel too annoying. Like, I feel like I can keep these on my eyes. And then my lipstick, I did a weird combo. I have Milani Matte Naked. This is one of my favorite lipsticks ever, the shade. Beautiful, but I wanted to lighten it up a little bit. So I went in with this Gosh lipstick, which I don't think I've used ever or in a really long time. I got this in London. This is in the shade Baby Lips, and it's like this light pink color, but it was one of those lipstick formulas that just made my lips look so dry. So then I went in with this again on top of it, the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Tease, and I just love the way that this lightens up any of your lips. I wore this in yesterday's video. So that's that, folks. So check-in time is 11 o'clock. I'll see you guys in a few hours in natural lighting. All right, so it's 5:42, so it's been on for almost 7 hours at this point. I usually do a check-in at like the 5-hour point, but I got totally sidetracked. So here we are. There's still a little bit of light out. So this is definitely just my skin right now. I just have like a major dry patch right here. Totally peely from the Accutane. I feel like my forehead doesn't look bad, but it could definitely look a little bit better. It's just settling into my line right here, and then I feel like it's kind of starting to separate right on the center. It doesn't look bad, and I feel like if I just use the cushion to kind of smooth it out, it would probably look pretty good. I'm not going to touch it up just for the sake of the review, but this is what the rest of my face looks like. I'm getting really faint creasing on my upper lip, not as bad as usual. It looks pretty good. I wouldn't say my face looks like phenomenal after 7 hours, but I also don't think it looks bad by any means right now. There's just a couple small things. So I'm gonna go get some sushi with a friend, come back here, and I'll do the final check-in later tonight. Okay, so it's now 9:21, so it's been on for over 10 hours at this point, and this is some major peeling around my mouth now. This is like the first intense Accutane dryness peeling I've ever had. I mean, whoa. Need to put some Aquaphor on that, take off this makeup. But here's what the rest of my makeup's looking like. I do feel like my blush and bronzer has faded a little bit throughout the day. Everything besides the obvious area right here, I think looks pretty similar to the last check-in. The only thing I don't like is that separation right on the center of my forehead. Maybe I need a different primer right there to really lock it in on the center. The rest of my forehead actually looks better now than it did at the last check-in, I feel like. It actually looks a little bit dewier. It doesn't feel too sticky. Yeah, it's not coming off and it doesn't feel too sticky. It feels a lot less sticky than earlier. Overall, so far, I really like this one for dry skin. I feel like this is definitely a product that I can kind of play around with different primers and setting sprays and find the best way to wear this one because I do love the shade. I don't think it's oxidized throughout the day. I like how it looked beautiful when it first went on, and there is a little bit of work that could be done on the forehead to make it look better. But overall, I'm into this one. I would definitely wear this again. I would even wear it again as is. I mean, it doesn't look bad or anything at all. I just think I can make it a little bit better. So whenever I try them out with different products, I'll update you guys in the wrap-up video, which is going up on April 9th. That's also when I announce the winning shelter, the winning city, and all of the ranking and everything throughout the series. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna wash my face, deal with this situation over here. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.